We get a lot of interesting material sent our way, but this one really stood out.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at a note, an investor note about a property acquisition. It hits the usual points, sure, but there's this really fascinating element just under the surface.
Okay.
Something way beyond just the bricks and mortar.
Okay, yeah, I think I know the one you mean. This deep dive, then, is taking us into Steve and Aaron's note about buying the Puntas Treehouse, right?
That's the one.
And, yeah, they cover the standard real estate stuff, the fundamentals. But you're right, the really compelling part is this significant brand equity they talk about.
Brand equity in a property deal.
Well, yeah, specifically this large, engaged online community that comes with the property.
Okay, so walk me through it. You read the update, and first off, it's kind of what you'd expect, right?
Exactly. Prime location, near the ocean.
Always good.
4 units, ready to rent out. Possibilities for expansion, maybe. The kind of details any investor wants to see.
Right, it sets the stage, gives you the baseline metrics.
Precisely. They establish those conventional pillars of value, the physical place, the potential income. It's the language investors understand. Location, capacity, ROI projections based on upgrades and bookings.
But then, bam, the curveball. This Puntas Treehouse, it comes with over 25,000 Facebook followers.
Yeah, built in. It's definitely not the kind of thing you usually see listed on closing documents.
No kidding. It's like finding out the house comes with a loyal customer base already attached. The secret sauce.
And what's really insightful is how Steve and Aaron frame it. They're not just buying a building, they're explicitly recognizing the power of this existing digital community.
How do they value that, though? Seems tricky.
Well, they actually break down the math for the investors. They took the purchase price, $1.1 million,
Okay.
and divided it by those 25,000 followers. Comes out to about $44 per follower.
$44 per follower. Huh. That's an unusual calculation for real estate.
It is. But they quickly point out, look, this isn't about vanity metrics. It's not just chasing social media numbers for kicks.
Right. It has to mean something more.
Exactly. This is about a real community, people with tangible connections to the place.
What kind of connections?
Well, as they detail it, these aren't just random likes. These are people who've actually stayed at the Puntas Treehouse.
Past guests. Okay.
Yeah, they've shared photos, left reviews, tagged friends. Basically, they've woven their own stories and memories into this property online. That kind of engagement, that's valuable.
And in the short-term rental world today, having that pre-existing connection, wow, that's got to be incredibly valuable.
Oh, absolutely. We hear all the time about how tough and expensive it is to get new bookings, right?
Yeah, customer acquisition costs.
They're significant. Operators spend a lot on ads, platform fees, just trying to get noticed. But this Puntas Treehouse deal kind of bypasses a lot of that initial struggle.
Because they inherit an audience that already knows the place and apparently likes it.
Precisely. They're getting people already familiar with it, probably fond of it. It's like acquiring a warm lead list and a huge pile of social proof all at once.
So it's not just buying a place, it's buying attention.
That's a great way to put it. And that's why their description of this deal as more of a media and brand play really hits home. It totally shifts the perspective from just pure real estate.
A media and brand play. Okay. That framing is key then.
Absolutely. It signaled this strategic mindset that goes beyond just flipping a property or collecting rent. They're thinking about the story, the digital presence, connecting with that audience.
And that must influence how they plan to handle renovations, too.
Definitely. The physical upgrades aren't just about, nicer kitchens or bathrooms.
Right.
It's also about creating new experiences, things that this online community will want to see, share, and talk about. Content creation becomes a huge part of it.
So the physical improvements feed the digital content, which feeds engagement. It's a cycle.
It's exactly. Better guest experience leads to more cool content. That content hits the existing audience, maybe brings back past guests, attracts new ones. They even have this neat idea where every new guest could become a, quote, marketing node.
A marketing node, like a little ambassador.
Kind of, like an individual point spreading the word. And every returning guest, they're a case study, showing the place has lasting appeal.
That's actually pretty clever, visualizing the guests as part of the marketing engine.
And that initial Facebook group, those 25,000 followers, they're the hub, a launchpad for all of it.
Okay, so they have this amazing asset. What are they planning to do with it? How do you actually leverage that?
Good question. Steve and Aaron outlined some initial ideas. They're talking about a reactivation strategy.
To get those past guests interested again.
Yeah, reconnect with them. Also, a visual overhaul. New photos, videos, Really engaging content. They want to build a direct booking channel.
Cut out the middleman, potentially boost margins.
Could be. And a content-forward rollout plan to keep everyone in the loop and excited about what's coming. It's still in development, but the intention is clear.
It all seems to circle back to nurturing that existing community, right? And using it as a foundation.
Totally. They're not starting from zero, trying to build awareness. They're stepping into an ongoing conversation.
So the pitch to investors isn't just buy this nice property,
It's more like invest in this combination of attention, hospitality, and infrastructure. Their bet is that weaving these together creates a powerful brand experience.
and the big advantage is skipping that painful, expensive phase of building an audience from scratch.
That's the core of the value proposition, yeah. Reduced risk, potentially faster growth, because you're starting with this significant brand recognition and loyalty baked in. A warm audience from day one.
So, okay, for everyone listening, the big takeaway here from this Puntas Treehouse deal. It's a really fascinating case study, isn't it?
It really is.
It's not just about the ocean view or the rental units. A huge chunk of the value, maybe the most interesting part, is this online community, those 25,000 Facebook followers.
An unconventional asset, for sure.
But one that could give them a massive leg up in a pretty competitive market.
And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In today's world, this very digital world, how often do traditional business valuations really capture these less tangible things?
Like community engagement, brand loyalty, just attention online.
Yeah. We know a dedicated following can be a powerful growth engine, but it often feels like it falls outside those standard valuation metrics. Is that changing? Should it?
It's a great question to ponder. This Puntas example really suggests that understanding and leveraging existing audience attention, well, it could be a super efficient path to success.
A potential shortcut, maybe, compared to the long slog of building it all from the ground up.
Absolutely. And, it'd be interesting to hear if listeners have seen other examples of this.
Yeah, definitely. Where maybe an unconventional asset, like a strong online community, really drove a business's value or success. We'd love for people to think about that, maybe share their own stories.